Hey everyone, welcome to another client success interview. I'm Richard Gibbons, founder here at Boost My Customers. And today we're joined with one of our incredible clients, Dr. James Dean from Freyja Medical right here. And we're just going to be talking about his experience using our services, how he found us, and really just let other clinics know who may be watching this about who we are we legit, are we not, and what results we're getting. So James, how are you doing today?
I'm really good, thank you, Richard. Thanks for getting me on to talk about you because I'm really quite keen to spread the word.
I appreciate it, James. So could you let anyone in like a 2-minute thing, who you are, your background, and like what you're doing at Freyja Medical, because it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, I like talking about myself, so that's good. So Freyja Medical is our aesthetic and dermatology clinic that we set up around about 4 years ago now. And we really went into it the same way most people do, and not really knowing what to do. We have this great idea. We come up with the idea, we'll open a clinic, we'll offer the best aesthetics and dermatology around, and people be queuing up to see us. Didn't quite work out like that. So yeah, 4 years ago, my business partner and I, we left NHS medicine to open this clinic. We found what most people found, that it's actually a lot harder than you think to get people through the door. There's so many different people offering their services now, and it's hard to differentiate yourself in the market. So we struggled initially, and it was a real slog. But over the last sort of year or so, 18 months, we've become quite well known in the market. We've won multiple awards, which we're very proud of. And we've actually opened a second site, which is brilliant. But we were still hitting this sort of ceiling, glass ceiling of getting new clients through the door in the volumes that we were really wanting.
Of course.
So a lot of my time was spent sort of researching marketing ideas and doing a lot of the marketing myself, whilst also trying to run a business,
juggling multiple hats,
see all the patients, which is difficult because marketing really is a full-time job on its own. And then one day I came across a Facebook ad for Boost My Customers, and I thought, this guy looks young.
It's the Botox, I think.
Thought, this guy looks young, what does he know? But I actually watched through the video, and what I saw, it made sense. It tickled the brain enough for me to go and research a little bit more. I had a look at some of your videos. You've got some videos on YouTube with some testimonials on there, which are very powerful things. And just really went into the video of what you're about, and then we set up a meeting. I did notice I got a lot of Facebook ads from you guys as soon as I watched one, so you pixeled me very well and retargeted very well on that. And in fact, my whole team started getting them. It was weird. So yeah, once we had our initial chat, the things you were saying were making immense sense to me, and you were keeping it simple, which I really like. And the idea of taking all that pressure off us was just something that was very appealing. And the guaranteed results that you offer, I mean, I couldn't find another product on the market that was offering anything like that. So that was a no-brainer for me. So after our chat, we decided to go into our first campaign.
Yeah, for sure. And what kind of marketing had you done before using it? I know you're pretty familiar with marketing anyway. You kind of know most about it. So what have you tried to do in the past?
Yeah, so we've done various different marketing in the past. I'd never used an agency before. We mostly kept it in-house. We'd done a lot of Facebook advertising, which was probably our most effective marketing, most effective after word of mouth referrals, but they're so slow. Things that we had absolutely no success with, and we were literally throwing money away, was paper advertising, so newspapers, magazines, things like that. And we were getting no return on that. I think we only ever got one client from it, and it was almost accidental. So I'll encourage you all not to waste your money on that. Go digital all the way. Yeah, so we had good success with Facebook and Instagram to a degree as well, but it was very labor intensive, and it wasn't really structured.
Yeah.
We didn't have structured campaigns. Our follow-up and retargeting of people was poor, really. I have to admit it was poor because we just didn't have the time to do it.
For sure. And then what would you say, I mean, you're a few months into our campaigns now, still kind of early-ish days.
Yeah.
But what would you say the differences between our campaigns that we're running and maybe the advertisements that you were managing kind of for yourself?
Yeah. So difference night and day. So what I really like about the campaigns from Boost My Customers is that you can see your whole pipeline. So you see your lead coming in, they put their details in, you know what they're interested in straight away. You can have that initial contact, you have the automations in place, so it's not labor intensive. And they literally go through the pipeline, and you can see each stage, and you can also see the pound signs associated with each stage, which is brilliant from a business point of view. You know how much is coming in and how much potentially is going to come in. So that is really fantastic. But not only that, once you've got these leads, you've got them forever. And it's not just the money you're making from that initial campaign, it's the lifetime value of those patients, those clients. That is really where you start to build
because I think so many clinics just generate on the front end, and like we discussed so many times, they don't follow up, they just leave them. And then even though they get good success with the campaigns, it's kind of like you've got someone in, but you've got so many other services, they're local, they're just going to pop down to Susie down the road because they're actually actively advertising. It's always Susie in that, actively advertising on there. But like, how have your staff found as well, like busy wise, like getting the bookings in? Have they found the system easy to use, or?
Yeah, so easy to use. We've been looking around for a decent CRM, a customer relations management tool, for a while, and the one we've been using is very clunky, pretty much no better than a spreadsheet. And the software you provide to help us with our leads management, it's just so intuitive. It's drag and drop. You literally can't go wrong with it. So it's so easy to use, and we've got people working for us that are relatively resistant to change, as a lot of people are, and they just embrace this within half an hour. Literally within half an hour of showing them, they knew exactly what to do. So you can't go wrong with it. I'm really chuffed with it.
1,000,000%. And then what would you say finally to someone who's watching this, who's maybe on the fence, they've watched some of our videos as well, like you have? What would your advice be to them regarding taking the next steps?
Okay, so really simple. It's guaranteed.
Is that right?
It's nuts not to do this, right? Okay, so a successful marketing campaign means you're printing money. Okay, so you've got a guaranteed money printer.
Pretty good, right?
Do I need to say any more? Just do it.
Yeah, I fully agree. I think it's been awesome working with you the past 2 or 3 months, seeing your team grow and actually the progress they've made as well. Because obviously we trained them at the start on the system, but it kind of like they trained themselves in a while. They were kind of doing new things that we didn't even teach them. And obviously we're advertising the hydrofacial for Freyja Medical at the moment. And because that gets such good results, I think so many people in the local area wanting it, and combined with the good service, it's kind of this going to skyrocket over the next few months for you guys.
Absolutely. We're seeing great things, and we've already got the next at least 2 campaigns in our mind for you guys. So prepare yourself for a lot of work, Richard.
I appreciate it, Dr. James. So that was Dr. James from Freyja Medical. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you've got any other questions, comments, concerns, just drop a comment below, or you can email us at contact@boostmycustomers.com. But thank you so much, James, for your time. Really, really appreciate it.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.